This is Mediabistro.com's Media Beat. We're joined by Russell Simmons, who, as you can see, he's into a lot of different businesses and ventures and wants to make sure he's getting the right information out. So we are grateful to have you here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Russell, you've done a lot of work in television. You've got your Simmons Lathan Media Group, who's produced Def Comedy Jam, Def Poetry Jam, Run's House. What have you learned about what it takes to make a good television show?
Oh my God, I just did Running Russell Simmons as well, and they had high ratings in most every show, and in every show he had pretty high ratings. It was a lot of work. Reality TV, they sometimes look for the easy way out, and I think that's the audience looks for it as well, so it's not their fault. They're playing to the audience, but it's difficult to make, like for Run's House, the first show was a great example. It was about Angela's 16th birthday, and MTV was like, oh my God, that's perfect. Then you can buy a whole bunch of shit, and it can look a certain way, and so no, we're not buying anything. Her Sweet 16 will be about her family's love for her and her love for her family and friends, and we'll make it very small, intimate, give her nothing. Not like the TV show, Sweet 16. And everybody got all freaked out, but then in the end, it was such a heartfelt lesson. And we did give it a Benz after it was over, but then she was all surprised, got her Benz. And she did act kind of happy over things because the car made her happy, but she was so happy. She said, Dad, I'm really happy that you showed me that I didn't need these things to be happy, and I was very happy. He said, yeah, but take this Benz to get out of here. So it was nice. But my show is kind of like that too. I'm social and political and all kinds of agendas that I think are what I do every day for sure, so I wanted that on my show. And I think that they like, the easy things that play the cheap seats. So it takes creativity to play above the fray, because it's not easy to do a show. I know Oprah's going to have her challenges, not going to play the cheap seats, wants to play the more inspiring seats. Those subtle things are sometimes more difficult to produce, but always have greater and more lasting and stable kind of effects on people and lifetimes and shelf life. So, that's what I learned. I want to do things that are inspiring and uplifting and not play to cheap seats.
And with your show, Running Russell Simmons on Oxygen, it's kind of shown through the eyes of your staff, your employees. Why'd you choose that format?
Well, that was something that there's a brilliant executive over there, actually Bree, who wanted to do that, because it's a women's network. And then I know that I have so many people who are interested in there. I look at Simone and think she's like a star. She's an animal rights superstar, and she's a star on TV. So I'm glad that we have that route. I like what she's doing and represents. Christina is no playing, straight business girl. She's kind of interesting to watch. Adair sitting here, he's interesting to watch. So I like the idea that the staff takes a lot of the weight, and I like that we deliver on different promises to do different, whether it was gay rights or animal rights or whether it was fighting for some other cause or raising money for Sierra Leone or for the arts or whatever it is we did. I like that we show people who are concerned about other people and animals and the environment on a reality show. I think that that's a different, kind of take on what's important in reality.
And your family is on reality. As I mentioned, Run's House, Kimora has her show.
Yeah.
And her show features the professional life running the businesses, but also her life as a mom and a wife. Did you ever have any qualms about letting your daughters be seen
I think
on the
that
show?
my daughters are in a safer position today as television stars than and Run's kids are under such a Christian thumb, and it's really worked for them. They are very, very good Christian children. In other words, the teachings have kept them straight. I think that they're learning a lot about, what it means to be a celebrity by watching their mother and their father, and what it means to be normal despite being popular in certain ways for no good reason, for reasons that are not always so important. I tell them that their job as they become more famous or more is to use their celebrity to help others, use their good benefit, if it's money, to benefit others. And that's going to make them happy, and that any hoarding, holding on to anything will result in sadness. And they believe me, I think. So that's a constant, discussion. But I think Kimora is such a good mother and such a good disciplinarian. I know. I was disciplined for many years, kept in order. So I know she's good at that.
Are you referring to childhood or your
marriage? No, in my marriage. I was under the thumb. And the kids are under the thumb now, so I know they ain't going away doing nothing wrong, because I could never get to go anything wrong. So she's pretty good at that.
So with all of those things that you have, how do you know when it's the right time to walk away from a business or to fold a business?
Shit, that's so hard. I never quit. I don't know what's wrong with me. I never quit. I take companies in the toilet. I lost all that money in 360 Hip Hop and started again. This one's gonna make it though. This one's already making it. That's good. But Fat Farm, all my partners quit. I had to buy one out. I said, buy you out? You're quitting. No, but you're still keeping it. All right, I gave them a lot of money. Okay, kept the company. The company that was distributing it went bankrupt, bought it out of bankruptcy, stayed on it, stayed on my grind. You can't fail till you quit. Yep.
Well, Russell, it has been so great speaking to you today. I feel like I've learned a little bit of everything. Did you guys feel like you learned something today?
It's a lot. It's probably too much for anybody to watch. You're gonna cut it. Maybe you'll cut it into a half-a-minute soundbite.
No, we wouldn't do that to you. Thank you, Russell, for coming. The book is called Super Rich. Lots of great principles in there. Make sure you go get it.
Thank you.
Russell Simmons.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. You're watching Media Beat on Mediabistro.com.